Timer now is 6:49 here with your top stories in our Sunrise Smart Start before you head out the door this Thursday. And coming up today, a couple from Rochester due in court to answer to charges linked to the death of their 2-year-old boy. His mother and her partner accused of murder. India Duncan and her partner Joshua Velez will be at the Hall of Justice this afternoon for an arraignment following a grand jury indictment announced this week. May 10th, police responded to a 911 call at an apartment on Dewey Avenue where they found 2-year-old Isaiah Jones unresponsive. He was immediately rushed into Strong Hospital. RPD investigators say that little boy had injuries all over his body, bite marks, bruising, and bleeding to his brain. He died just 8 days after making it to the hospital. Velez was actually in court yesterday. That was for a separate incident later this year in July. The prosecutor on the case says the CPS caseworker was hurt during a home visit.
They frankly have a very dangerous job at times. They are going into people's homes. They do incredible work, but at times it's also very challenging.
The couple's arraignment is scheduled for 2. Both have previously pleaded not guilty. The latest on a deadly hit and run overnight in downtown Rochester. A 39-year-old woman killed on North Clinton Avenue near Cumberland Street. This happened around 8:30 p.m. Officers say the driver who hit that woman kept going and the person in the striking car have not been located. The investigation is still active. Anyone with information is asked to please reach out to 911. To Hopewell, one person is dead. Several others are injured after a dump truck hit the side of a medical transport bus at an intersection deputies and neighbors say has been an issue for years now. Authorities say around 2 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, the bus was going north on Fresh Hour Road, trying to turn onto 488. The dump truck collided into its side. For about 4 hours, first responders were at that scene. People who live nearby say they've seen many accidents in and around that intersection, calling it a hot spot.
We have multiple accidents here. This one probably is our worst. It's pretty much a blind crossing, especially that dump truck was heading east on 488. You don't really see them until they crest the hill. They're doing 55 miles an hour. We would love to see the speed limit dropped. It is 40 miles an hour just up the road on 488, but it would be nice to see the town of Hopewell, Ontario County, New York State take action.
Neighbors say the town has talked about maybe putting in a roundabout, but believe more immediate changes such as that speed limit should be addressed first. The sheriff's office will be reconstructing the crash to learn more about the circumstances leading up to it. At this point, no charges have been filed. Democrats in the Monroe County Legislature are expressing their sadness and concern regarding the death of Brian Harmon. He died at the county jail in 2023. A state report concluded medical staff at the jail did essentially nothing to help Harmon, who died of sepsis 9 days after entering the jail. That report was sent to the president of the Ledge, Yerversha Roman, late last year. The Democratic Majority Leader, Michael Udelson, says they did not get the report until now. Republican lawmakers made the same claim when we heard from them. Now, News 8 did reach out to Roman again yesterday, and that was the 3rd day in a row without a response.
There's certainly can be reasons that the president decided not to do that. I think the most important part of the conversation right now is about the medical care provided at the jail, but I think it's certainly fair for people to ask about that process.
You can read the full statement from the Democratic caucus in this article at rochesterfirst.com. Also of note, the legislature will likely discuss another issue related to all this, that being the lawsuit filed by Harmon's family. The county and Prime Care Medical, which works in the jail, are named as defendants. We have learned the State Department of Health has approved the closure plans for Waterview Heights. The Center for Medicare and Medicaid cut ties with the nursing home in Rochester effective this coming Tuesday. And this follows many years of complaints and health and safety violations. DOH says it has staff here on site each day overseeing the process with this closure. Relatives of all the residents there are scrambling to find a new home for their loved ones at a time when availability is just not there. There's a lack of beds at nursing homes. In a statement sent to News 8, state health officials say the closure plan prioritizes residents' rights to choose their next home. No other details about the shutdown have been revealed. State officials say they will remain on site until the last resident leaves. It would 5 years ago this week. Then Governor Andrew Cuomo resigned after sexual misconduct allegations. Kathy Hochul took over, promising a new era of transparency. Now, watchdog groups are assessing how that effort has changed oversight here in New York. Cuomo stepped down in August 2021 following an investigation from the Attorney General's office that found he subjected women to unwanted kisses and inappropriate touching. His use of public resources to write a book during the pandemic was also investigated. Hochul then launched a new panel, the State Commission on Ethics and Lobbying in Government, to oversee these issues with ethics and lobbying. Cuomo sued the commission, arguing its creation was unconstitutional. He lost. A watchdog group, Reinvent Albany, now says oversight remains fragmented and vulnerable to political pressure.
This is a big problem, because if these oversight bodies investigate the governor herself, or her top officials, or a state legislator, they could find their budget cut, and they could find their boss fired.
Reinvent Albany adds oversight agencies should be separate from the executive branch. Advocates say they'll continue to push for greater transparency within New York State government. A traffic alert at Beaver Road between Scottsville Chili Road and Chili Avenue on the west side has been closed after a recent inspection revealed some issues with a culvert beneath the pavement. The DOT will be out there working to make a fix, and will update everybody once those repairs are done. Movies in the park back tonight with Miracle playing at ESL Ballpark. The free screening starts about half an hour after sunset. If you can't make it tonight, there's one more of these shows to attend. That'll be coming up the 28th. Cars, the original, screening at the Seneca Park Zoo. They picked some of the best locations: Ballpark, Highland Park, the zoo, just bouncing around, showing it.
Yeah, love it.
It's been fun. So you have that coming up this evening. So the cloud cover, that'll be something we'll be dealing with later on again today.
Yeah, but no precipitation. That's going to stay to our south, and we will get some sun eventually in the late afternoon and into the evening before the sun sets. It's sunny tomorrow. It's cool in the morning as a result of the clear skies overnight. Precipitation and thunderstorms returning for this weekend.
All right, and that you see all the way through next week. CBS Mornings on the way, top of the hour at 7. Our next local update with you is every half hour during that show, beginning at 7:25. Enjoy your Thursday, everybody.
Follow News 8 wherever you are on RochesterFirst.com, Facebook, X, and on our app for news and weather. Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 on demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.